Just the execution, I think, is the biggest part. I think they were better at executing than a lot of the opponents they played earlier in the year. And that obviously showed in their statistics. I think Illinois and Ohio State, executed better than their previous opponents.
What do you remember about yourself 2 years ago going to Madison, and maybe what growth you've made? But more specifically, what do you remember about yourself during that sophomore year, first year you started?
Obviously very nervous. Not really knowing what to expect as far as the environment. But now I think I have a good idea of what to expect, and obviously I think I probably put too much pressure on myself for that game. So I think now just know that if I do my part, my teammates are going to do their part too. So don't put too much pressure on myself, and then just do what I need to do.
What specifically about Camp Randall or the environment do you remember maybe having trouble dealing with now that you have a better frame of mind for going back?
Just how loud it was. Yeah. We were backed up for a lot of that game, especially in their student section. It was extremely loud. So that was something that I wasn't really ready for, or didn't realize that it was going to be that loud. So that's one thing that I definitely know to expect now.
With 2 years of hindsight, what happened that day? Why was it just such a slog for you guys?
We just weren't able to capitalize on some of the opportunities that we had. And our execution wasn't very good. They kind of dictated the tempo throughout the whole game. Put us behind the chains a lot. Forced us to throw the ball, and obviously their secondary was very talented a couple of years ago. So they really kind of just dictated the tempo for that game, and obviously something that we want to we always try to do, but they just did it better than us.
Has this game gotten, you're from Wisconsin, big deal, right? At this point, you're a senior, and I imagine that's meaningless to you at this point. You want to win for Iowa.
Yeah. I guess I've never really knowingly put it, hey, like I'm playing my hometown state, team or home state team. I truly just want to go out there and win for my teammates and put ourselves in the best position to compete for Big Ten championship.
You talked about you didn't know how loud it was up there. I mean, you look at the guys on the offense, a lot of young playmakers. I mean, Tyler Goodson, Tyler Linderbaum, Tyrone Tracy. I mean, what's some advice that you're going to give them this week about when they go into that type of environment?
I think just remind them of the experience that they have with it already. Playing at Michigan, playing at Iowa State, it's going to be very similar, to those situations. So just tell them that you've got a lot of experience handling these situations. Just kind of, realize what worked for you in those situations, and then know that you're going to have to apply it pretty much for the full 60 minutes.
You mentioned pressure, putting on yourself. Are you doing a better job of putting less pressure on yourself now, do you think, 2 years later?
Yeah, I think so. And I think that just comes with experience and knowing that it's you don't have to do everything by yourself. There is a lot on the cornerback's shoulders, but if I just take care of what my responsibilities are, then everybody else is going to do the same.